the Essenes, that group that they had like a little commune outside Jerusalem, about 20 miles, and where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. In those scrolls, it mentions that they all had to become like celibate when they entered that community. And one of their beliefs was that they didn't think it was possible for a woman to be faithful to one man her whole life. Now, she might be with the man her whole life, but after a while, they kind of grow apart, like, oh, yeah, put up with him, that kind of thing. So even the disciples said, if we got to stick with one woman, it's not good for a man not to marry, because a woman is treacherous. That's why God made man the head of woman, and that's why the children are in subjection to the parents. A woman needs a head. She needs a man to tell her what to do, Not to be an unloving, horrible person, but to be a loving head that's going to help her, to guide her way. Because a woman without a head is like a person without a brain, That's why God made the man the head of the woman. And they're trying to destroy marriage by making the women equal. And they're doing all kinds of crazy... Well, you know how bad it is right now. That's because we're right close to the end. But, for instance, dating. Dating is a real recent phenomenon. I saw this video, I forgot the name of it, but it showed that dating first came in with a TV set. Because before you had TV, the families were all together all the time. You see, and they played games, different board games or whatever, but they always, there was a radio, they listened together. I mean, before that though, it was always, the family was together. They had to be together. That was the structure of the society. And when TV came in, that's when the kids had their own show they wanted to watch, and they went off here, and the adults went off there, and that's when the parental care started lacking with the kids, and that's when dating sprung up, a new thing. We're gonna have our new dress styles came in, only for the kids, you see, and all this was brought in by TV, and it's so hard to find a good woman, Even John Lennon, with all the love and devotion he showered on one woman, Yoko Ono, was it appreciated? Well, he was like under her power, He had written a song that didn't make it on any records. My life, it's yours, It's mine to give, and I want to give it to you. I dedicate my life to you, Not to anything else, but to the woman, That's how much this great star, John Lennon, one of the greatest stars in the world, he had to bow down to a woman to get her to stay, or at least he thought, So it's just amazing. You'd think somebody like that would have... he married a woman that already had a child. He had a child, of course. But, it's interesting. And in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10, it says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is above rubies." If you find that woman that really loves you, man, no matter what, they can't hide it. The love is bubbling up for you. They love you that much. And you found a good thing that a faithful woman that really loves you. You found a very, very rare thing. For her price is far above rubies. He says, who can find it? Really hard to find, And it is today, definitely. More so today. It's getting worse in that way, So... So what I was trying to say, that this emotion, people don't realize why their emotions go up and down, up and down. It usually revolves around their love life, things like that. Uh, when you put all your eggs in one basket, that woman, you're gonna be disappointed. Um, Even if you find such a good woman, will they accept your headship? You know, well, even a good woman, it's hard for her to accept a man's headship. And there are some women that are, I guess, men. A man has to play hard to get. To keep a woman, keep that carrot dangling. Some kind of a challenge, so that she'll keep seeking him all her life. Otherwise, if he gives her all his love to her, then it's like, oh, she's bored with it. Oh, this guy. But if it's a challenge, it seems that's what she's after. And that's wicked. But in Zechariah, it speaks of the kingdom of God when it comes. And he's speaking of, in chapter 14, he speaks of Jerusalem, all the nations coming together against Jerusalem. And then the Lord shall go forth and fight against those nations, and will stand on the Mount of Olives, and half of the mount shall cleave in the midst, will cleave one half to the east, half to the west, and in the midst thereof you are to go there for refuge. Flee to the valley of the mountains. And it says in verse 6, and it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear, nor dark. This is the beginning, the birth of the kingdom of God. But it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, Jehovah. He knows what he's doing, and it's going to be good, you see. It's not going to be day nor night. People aren't going to be overjoyed, when they can't marry, when they're not lusting after women. It's going to be like, oh, you mean this is all there is? What is there? And it's not going to be night, though. That darkness, that deep depression is not going to be there. Not going to be day nor night. It says, but it shall come to pass that at the evening time it shall be light. And this is talking about judgment day, which is 1,000 years. In the evening time of that day, remember in the Hebrew times, they measure the day from evening to evening. So the end of the day is the evening. And it says, and at the evening time it shall be light. It's going to be real good. It's going to take time to heal the world and to bring about the great peace and joy. And without being married and all that stuff and lusting after flesh and anything else, because everything is going to be free. God is a great giver of love to his people. When we love him, we share, and there's no need to fight over anything. Verse 8, it says, and it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem. Living waters, waters of life, you see. And half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. And the summer and the winter shall be. And the Lord Jehovah shall be king over all the earth. And that day there shall be one Jehovah, and his name one. And of course, this is through Jesus Christ, his Son. And then it talks about the beautification, no more destruction. And all about the curse of those that don't come up to Jerusalem, So that's what the kingdom of God is going to bring, because I had a dream, and I began to understand these things, I see I'm going way over time. Well, see what happens.